What is up, buttholes? This is a weird one. This is a really weird one. I'm gonna do something kind of like an experiment, if you will. We're just gonna read text. So if you don't care for that, just skip this video. There's going to be no gameplay. It's me reading the text. I'm just trying something. Might be a new series. I don't know. I don't know if this is anything. It's just something different. Something I've never seen. I want to try it. Dion Landers, the young assistant of Elena Fram, head of the Runological Weapon Research Facility of the Sacred Kingdom of Aquaria. Unlike his boss, Elena Dion is a dependable and hardworking person, and is highly skilled at applying existing technology in order to build things. On the other hand, Dion lacks creativity, and suffers from an inability to do more, and that was the worst fucking time to do it, an inability to do more than build according to pre-existing models. Elena Fram, the woman in charge of the Runological Weapon Research Facility of the Sacred Kingdom of Aquaria. Elena is carefree and careless. There was no and people say that without an assistant, Dion, she wouldn't even be able to handle her own day-to-day tasks, let alone manage the entire facility. On the other hand, she is also without a doubt an ingenious runologist with many novel, inspired ideas. It sounds like you're trying to sleep with her, dude. Jeez, get off that puss. Elena's knowledge may be strangely uneven, but in the areas where she's proficient, she exhibits genius that is second to none. As a larger-than-life woman with no interest whatsoever, I know I pictured a fat woman too, in the positions and titles people hold, Elena had been known to refer to Aryglyph the 13th, the king of the kingdom of Aryglyph, himself as Arzi, in spite of his lofty position of the continent of Gait. Lucien, a humanoid boy living in the town of Surferio, along with his younger brother Lizard, who bears little resemblance to him. Lucien is going through a rebellious stage. Lizard, a young humanoid living in the town of Surferio. Fuck you, word. Lizard is smart. Why do I keep adding everywhere? But he is a bitch. Contrary, and his thoughts are always taking him in unconstructive directions. He'd actually be pretty handsome if you take off those goddamn fuck you glasses. You fucking motherfucker. Surferio. Give me an enunciation. The former capital of the ancient kingdom of Aquar. Oh my god. A kingdom which predates both the sacred kingdom of Aquaria and the military superpower of Aryglyph. According to historical texts, in the war 300 years ago, Servia I, the future queen, released the power of the sacred orb to strike back against the mechanized corpse of the technological superpower of Greeton. The corpse was occupying Surferio at the time, and as a result, the city sank below the sea along with the occupying forces. And this is just an idea to it's an interesting idea. What I'm doing here is catching up on the text, getting more into the lore, trying to give people their due diligence, because it's not easy to make text, make up these lores, see how tight they are. It's not easy to fucking do. I respect it. I wanted to be a writer. I have to do this. And what I'm thinking is, if this goes anywhere and people actually watch this, maybe I could do this for other series like Witcher. Sword Art doesn't really have it. There's another series that Wolfenstein would be perfect. I beat the fucking game, then I read the text and we see what we get that we didn't get before, because the reality is we don't understand the terms until we play the goddamn game anyways. There's just something different. At present day, the city is located in territory belonging to the Sanmite Republic, and it is said that many humanoids who are suited to life underwater dwell there. Orb, a myth tradition. See Sacred Orb, you fucking piece of shit. Sacred Orb, a myth/tradition. A royal treasure of the Sacred Kingdom of Aquaria, hidden and sealed in the Shrine of Kadan. It is infused with the power of runological force, and is said to gush, forth sacred water from within. I hope that's water. Shrine of Kadan. A shrine located near Aquios. Kadan is counted as one of the holy sites of the Church of Apris, and the structure on its top floor is said to be one of the most ancient ancient pieces of architecture still remaining on this continent of Great. Since it is forbidden for anyone other than the unbroken line of holy mothers, that sounds inbred as hell, to enter the shrine, nobody knows who made the shrine, or their reasons for doing so. One thing is certain, though, is that powerful runology was used at the time of construction, and this has protected the shrine from major wind and rain damage over the millennia. Kadan, the facility. God damn you. Servia 1. See Servia 2. Fucking flip out. a heroine who stood against oppression of Greeton when a technological superpower attacked and destroyed the kingdom of Aquar. Aquar! Fuck you, that word. It is a matter of historical record that Servaria I annihilated the forces of the kingdom of Greeton by releasing the power of the sacred orb, which she'd received from the emissary of Apris upon the land of Surferio. Mechanized corpse and organization. May we all join hands in robosexuality. That's what... God damn, Squidbilly. A special unit of the technological superpower of Greeton, comprised of steel, humanoid motorized machines that are manipulated by a man known as the Mechateer. Really? These units are responsible for the downfall of the ancient kingdom of Aquar. It is said that the bodies of these machines were impervious to damage by arrow or blade, and that their arms thundered as they shot forth gouts of flame. Why the fuck would you use the word gout? Where the hell's my drink? Like Indiana Jones. Where's my gun? Where's my gun? Oh, it's fucking behind me. Mechateer, an organization. A person in the technological superpower of Greeton who can freely control mechanical soldiers. Exceptionally gifted Mechateers are given the title Mechmaster and are venerated even more highly than kings. Mechmaster. Other. That's a classification. Hang on, I got a hiccup burp or something. Alright, we're good. A title given to Mechateers in the technological superpower of Greeton, who are especially skilled at controlling mechs. One could count the number of great Mechateers given this title during the long history of Greeton on the fingers of both hands. Really, there haven't been many, huh? Kingdom of Aquar. An ancient kingdom that ruled most of the continent over a period from 700 to 320 years ago. What? Goddamn, that's a long time. Aquar, often seen as the predecessor of the sacred kingdom of Aquaria, was eventually destroyed by an invasion from the kingdom of Greeton. Ah. Ancient kingdom of Aquar. See, you fuckhead. Minodix. It's a race. A cheerful race living in the Sandlight Republic, which is descended from raccoons. That's weird. They may not be very tall, but they boast dexterous fingers and have a high level of adaptability to new circumstances. That's what adaptability is. You could have just said adaptability. Compared to other races, Menodixes. Dixes? Menodixes? have an excellent sense of smell. Their downfall is that they are very curious and easily excitable. That's weird. Characteristics which more often than not act together to offset the Menodixes' positive characteristics. Strangely enough, Menodixes have an excellent ear for music, and there are many eminent Menodix troubadours. Unfortunately, thanks to the innate Menodix personality, almost no one is aware of this fact. Humanoid, another race, refers to sentient races other than humans, the race that comprises the vast majority of sentient beings. Note that races that resemble humans very closely in appearance, but which are separate from the human race itself, are not always referred to as humanoid races. Really? Well, that's gonna fuck with me later. Roger Huxley. Oh, cool. What do we got about this little fucker? Oh, that's the Menodix. Okay, that's why he had the tail, though he almost cut off with a fucking axe. A young Menodix boy who lives in the lost city of Surferio. This major problem child travels around with two bad influences named Drive and Melt, and plays life-threatening games with Lucien, Lizard, and Villian, all as part of a so-called real man contest. It'd be a good idea to keep an eye on this one, as he is always buying trouble with his rude words. Villian. What is this? Veli? Oh, fuck! Ah! We have to find Villian. Sorry. You can't go down. Or up. I tried. I didn't see what it was. Here's Villian. It is a stage name? No, I guess it's the name of someone. A young, strong, and kind humanoid living in the town of Surferio. Villian is not the best around when it comes to studies, but he is always ready with a smile. One would think he would be popular with such a positive personality, but unfortunately he surrounds himself with negative influences. Wait, yeah, okay. If you don't hit exit, you just back out, and then you could miss some of it. Melt! No classification. A humanoid living in the town of Surferio. Descended from an ancient and honored clan with the power to read stars. What the fuck? He sometimes speaks in a formal, stilted manner that belies the fact that he is still just a little shit. Perhaps this is because he has read so many texts written in ancient tongues and thinks he is a smart motherfucker. Drive! A humanoid living in Surferio. Drive has no particularly notable skills. but has a highly simplistic and predictable directness. When it comes to his likes and dislikes, he is somewhat of a little dipshit, pussy fart, and he is afraid of the dark. What? How old is this fucker? Palmyra's flower. A beautiful, sweetly fragrant flower that was hard as fuck to say, that represents the primary goddess Palmyra, one of the 3 moon goddesses. Individual flowers have short lifespans, but they tend to grow in clusters, and they have no specific blooming season, so they seem to always be blooming in a wild profusion, as one flower after another opens its petals randomly. This is why places where the flower blooms are thought to be the closest places to heaven on Elacor. In the language of flowers, this means eternal beauty. Mountain of the Gods, place name. A mountain beyond Douglas Forest, and one of few remaining locations where Palmyra's flower can still be found with the sacred kingdom of Aquaria. The fact that Amina and her friends can so easily travel there would seem to indicate that there is a back road to the peak, known only to a few people. Yeah, I was gonna fucking say, that is awesome that they put that in there, because I even fucking said that in the comments. I'm like, how the fuck did she get here? That is awesome. Fucking kudos, developers. This is why I like doing this. Fucking kudos. The mountain itself is considerably distant from human habitation, so Nell cannot be blamed for not knowing the back road. Yeah, fucker. Quadratic Key, a technology name. A special material created by purifying energy stone to an extremely high degree and molding it to a specific structure. This material amplifies a certain type of energy, and by combining a quadratic key with a quadratic sphere, it is possible to derive even more energy than that which can be derived from antimatter reactions. This material also has a symbological effect on the physical structure and psyche of living organisms, so it must be handled with extreme care. What? That's fucking weird. Alright, quadrium sphere. More technology. A material created by collecting symbological essences and combining them with a quadratic key. I don't even know if I said words there. In a device that can generate energy in excesses. Nope. In excess of that created in the antimatter reactions. It's because of burps, but hang on. The creation of energy reaction generates an even higher amount of energy, but it requires a certain amount of energy to kickstart. Antimatter reactors are widely used as an energy source for this purpose. And this can kind of be like a bedtime thing, you know what I mean? Like something different. I get to stay in the games, have fun, share fun times with you, tell stories. I don't know, it's just something different that I've never seen anyone do. I want to try something. Sol system, planetary system. A planetary system centered on the primary Sol that comprises a countless number of planets and moons, asteroids, comets, and other astronomical bodies. This system, which can be thought of as the center of the Pangalactic Federation, includes many huge cities, located on planets such as Earth, Mars, and as well as moons such as Luna, Phobos, Deimos, Lo, and Titan. Qui-Gon? Scientific term. A technique of freely manipulating the spiritual energy that flows through one's body through physical training. It's like Qi. Is that how you spell Qi? Is it Qigong? I don't know how you spell Qi. I assume it's the C. Yeah, Qigong. I'm assuming is what that is. Wreath of Arania. Myth/tradition. A wreath created by weaving the Yupa flowers that represent Arania, goddess of moon and thunder, in order... What the fuck? Your ass and fart. How do you get moon and thunder? Whatever. In order to drive away misfortune and prevent evil. The practice of making this wreath before a battle in order to receive the protection of Arania, the goddess of war, is still very much alive in the sacred kingdom of Aquaria. Okay. Wishing charm, more myth and tradition. You fuck. Palmyra's wishing charm. See, myth tradition. Is it gonna say see something else? Okay. One of the most commonly used charms. That's why I didn't read anything before, because it said see something else, little fucker, so we already knew what it was. One of the most commonly used charms in this region, around Paterni, created by tying together Palmyra's flowers in a single long thread. It is thought that if someone succeeds in tying together 1,000 flowers without breaking the thread, then that person's wish will be granted. That is the stupidest fucking thing ever. You'd have to count them, and when you count them, you'd probably accidentally break the motherfucker. There has been a sharp increase lately in the number of people in the town of Paterni using this charm to wish for a swift end to the war, and one can even buy thick and strong threads especially created for use in such charms to cheat. Maiden of Arisa, another myth and tradition. A perennial that represents Arisa, goddess of moon and wind. It is also said that they all represent moon. That's fucking weird. Used as a charm to pray for a safe journey, the Maiden of Arisa produces a highly nutritious fruit. Why do I keep adding A? With plenty of moisture all year round that have wetted the throats of many a traveler. Can there be any doubt that this is truly a gift From the goddess? Amina Leftfield. A somewhat sickly girl who lives in Paterni. Amina resembles the missing Sophia very closely, and if her coloring were a little healthier, she would most likely be almost indistinguishable from Fate's childhood friend. Having lost all of her relatives in the Long War, she now supports herself from day to day by selling the flowers that she used to grow as a hobby. Amina is one of the unfortunate victims of the war between Eriglyph and Aquaria. You think we're done? Bah ha ha! Political bodies, places, and then I could just let this build up and then we'll attack it again and have another reading time. Like I said, this is something different. Either love it or hate it. At least I'm trying something different. It's definitely gonna be long and I should probably time this, huh? Biquero Mine, a place name. One of the Kingdom of Eriglyph's mines. In the time of the first king, the mine mass-produced enough copper to support the kingdom's finances, but the excessive mining over a long period has depleted all of the copper ore except for remnants very deep in the mine. To make matters worse, 15 years ago, many flying dragons made this mine their home, preventing all but the most foolhardily, nope, fuck you, foolhardy, from ever visiting this place. God damn it. I like the other one because it kind of auto-clears for you. Now I have to hit down. This is bullshit! Biquero Mountain Path. A mountain path between the Kirsa Caverns, oh my god, and the village of Arius. It is also a second road connecting Eriglyph and Aquaria. However, since the path between the kingdoms is much more roundabout than the usual roads, as well as precipitous, this route is hardly used. Is this what she used? Probably. Fucker. Castle Aquaria. Facility. The castle where the Queen of the Sacred Kingdom of Aquaria dwells, a holy site for the Church of Apris, and the most advanced ruinology laboratory on this planet. Many religious people and scholars flock to this castle to research its rich history and traditions. Continent of Gait, place name. A continent in the southern hemisphere of Elacor II, Gait is divided into 3 regions. The mountainous southern region is ruled by the military superpower of Eriglyph. The plains in the northeast are ruled by the Sacred Kingdom of Aquaria, and the hilly region to the northwest is ruled by the Sandmite Republic. Continent of Greeton. A huge continent located to the far east of the continent of Gait and Greeton alone accounts for 40% of the entire land surface of Elacor II. However, there are only 2 land masses on Elacor II that are large enough to be called continents. Gait and Greeton. Elacor II's northern hemisphere has a number of island chains but no continents. What? Earth. The 3rd planet of the Sol System. Do you need to know any more than that? Dick. Edifice, planet. This presence of 2 races has been confirmed on this underdeveloped planet. One is a marine race known as the Edifians. I don't know why, I was thinking of that fucking eclair for some reason. I was like, that's not the name of the donut. And the other is a race of humans that is very similar to the Earthling race. Since Edifice is an underdeveloped planet, there have not been any detailed investigations, but the existence of an advanced ancient civilization has been conjectured due to the so-called gift they left behind as a legacy. Huh? Were they shit in a box? What gift? Why is that so vague? Hang on, I'm gonna get a drink. Alright, Elacor, star. I can't control the traffic, so sorry for the sounds. Wow. I didn't know this was a star, that was a planet. The primary of the Elacor system has an effective temperature of 5,290 K. A radius, we don't know what it is. It could be Kelvin, it could be something else. A radius of this, and an absolute visual magnitude of 5.74. According to the mythology of the natives of Elacor II, this star is an incarnation of Apris, the sun god. I was gonna say incantation. God damn, I watch too much Supernatural. Elacor II is a planet. So you name the star Elacor and Elacor II is the planet. That's fucking confusing. Are you the guys that made Foul and Foul C? Because that confused the fuck out of me. Other than the fact that most of the atmosphere is composed of neon and other noble gases, the second planet in the Elacor system has an atmospheric composition that is similar to that of Earth. Elacor II has an axial tilt of 32.6 degrees, is 0.8 AUs from its parent star, and has a surface gravity of 0.9 Gs. The planet's technology level is estimated to be equivalent to 17th century Earth. Although this planet is registered as the Galactic Atlas as an underdeveloped planet since its people are constantly at war, no data is available for the total population of sentient life forms. Alright, emergency shelter facility. See evacuation facility. And that's where we are now. In an emergency, if any transporters located throughout Aruba can be used to go to the evacuation facility to evacuate. Duh. Really? That's what they put in there. Although there are several emergency evacuation facilities of this nature located in civilized cities around the Pan-Galactic Federation. This is the first time such system was ever used on Haida 4. Yeah, or anywhere in the Haida system. Expel. I know that planet. That's the planet that fucking Rita and Claude were on. A planet located in the Arcula system of Sector Theta that has an atmospheric composition and surface gravity approximately identical to those of Earth. This naturally beautiful world is currently enjoying a period of stability, but at one point in its past, the high density of energy stones distributed throughout its atmosphere polluted the entire planet. This mysterious pollution, which began in 366 SD, I remember this because the fog. I fucking remember this. This is awesome. Damn, they did their homework. Well, they made it. Shut up. Fuck off. I'm happy. This mysterious pollution, which began in 366 SD, continued for several years and affected the psyches of many of the planet's wild animals, causing them to ferociously attack the native expellions. However, in 371 SD, Dr. Neumann succeeded in developing his Neumann purifier, a device that was able to remove this pollution. This cleaner worked wonderfully, removing most of its pollution by the very next year, and thereby eliminating almost all of the negative influence of the energy stones. Recognizing the value of this technology, Expel was invited to join the Pan-Galactic Federation at the end of the same year. Because Expel is one of the few planets that can generate energy stones, a necessity in the creation of the quadratic keys, the planet is an extremely influential voice within the Pan-Galactic Federation. So they actually have a way to fucking tie them and why they're pertinent to the other series. That's pretty neat. You have to read this stuff to know this. The current Prime Minister of Expel is Ms. Eleanor T. Cross, age 36. Hey now. Federation Station number 5, facility. See Moon Base. That's no Moon Base. That's my asshole. Grana Hills, place name. A region noted for its deep gorges. Connecting Kersla with the Kersla training facility, it's the only part of the Kingdom of Aryglyph used to grow crops. In actuality, however, the area is flat enough to use for our agriculture, are no wider than a soldier's shield. Gravitic warp space. Gravitic warp space. Space that is surrounded by a gravitic warp field, and which is compressed much more than ordinary space. See gravitic warp field. Greeton technology superpower. Country. Is it county or country? See Kingdom of Greeton. God damn it! Haida 4. Planet. The fourth planet of the Kappa sector's Haida system, Haida 4, has an atmospheric composition that closely resembles that of Earth, other than a slightly higher level of argon. It has an axial tilt of 34.6 orbits, 1.4 AUs away from its sun, and has a surface gravity of 0.9 Gs. Since the entire planet is blessed with natural beauty and a lack of dangerous organisms, it's extremely popular as a health resort. The equatorial regions, where temperatures are mild and humidity is low, provide an excellent climate for mammalian races. Yeah, that's right, that's what it is. Especially humans. The planet constantly plays host to over 100,000 tourists. Holy shit. Although it has no native sentient life forms, immigrants from other planets and resort employees have settled here, bringing the planet's total estimated population to approximately 120,000. Jesus Christ. Aruba City. Aruba. I don't know why I'm doing like a Steve Miller song. Aruba. The 14th recreational zone of Haida 4. Aruba's huge, pristine beach and tropical forest park helped to make it the most popular of Haida 4's 24 recreational zones. Aruba is popular with a wide range of visitors from all generations, including families, couples, and a large number of celebrities from various fields. Kappa Sector. The sector of the Milky Way... fucking... God damn it. The sector of the Milky Way galaxy that concludes... Hang on. Alright, the sector of the Milky Way galaxy that includes both Haida System and Remote Station number 7. Approximately 40% of it is under the control of the Pan-Galactic Federation. Kingdom of Aryglyph, country. A military nation ruling the mountainous southern regions of the continent of Gait, which is located in the southern hemisphere of the planet of Elacor 2. Seeking to establish a unified rule over the entire continent, the prowess of its 3 armies strikes fear into the hearts of those living in neighboring lands. These 3 armies include a cavalry brigade, the Storm Brigade, heavy cavalry, the Black Brigade, and an air assault brigade, the Dragon Brigade. Kingdom of Aquaria. A theocratic kingdom located on the continent of Gait. On the planet Elacor II, the Kingdom of Aquaria refers to itself as the Sacred Kingdom. The Church of Apris, which has many followers throughout the continent, was born in this kingdom. Ever since the Taurastic religious wars that occurred 700 years ago, an unbroken line of royalty dating back to the age of the kingdom's predecessor, the Sacred Kingdom of Aquar, had ruled the land. Perhaps due to the recent incursions of Kingdom of Ariglyph, the current ruler of this country, Aquaria 27th, is allocating a tremendous amount of resources to research in runology. Kingdom of Greeton. Located on the continent of Greeton of Elacor II, Greeton is well known for its technological sophistication. Most of the population of Greeton is comprised of humanoids known as rockfolk, and it is rumored to possess a relatively high level of mechanical technology. However, details about Greeton are scarce and it has closed itself off to outsiders centuries ago. Kurlsa, a city. In the town of the Kingdom of Ariglyph that lies closest to the border with the neighboring Kingdom of Aquaria. The number of the soldiers stationed here rose sharply after the war started, and its atmosphere is growing increasingly tense. It is governed by Count Woltar and the Storm Brigade, which reports directly to him. Kurlsa Caverns. A gigantic tunnel through a mountain range connecting Kurlsa and the Bequiro mountain path. These artificial caverns were built over the course of 10 years in order to make it easier to access the Bequiro. Yeah, that's what we're going to call it. Bequiro mountain path, which contains many veins of ore. Domesticated hauler beasts allow large shipments of this fucking shithole of material to be transported throughout the caverns. Kurlsa Caverns, you fucking hate that place, remember that. Kurlsa Hills. A barren hilly region between Kurlsa and Arius that contains rich mineral deposits. Sovereignty over this region is a point of dispute between Ariglyph and Aquaria, and there is still no precise boundary between the two kingdoms in this area. Kurlsa Training Facility. An ancient abandoned fort south of Kurlsa. It's not Kurlsa. Converted by the Ariglyph military into the garrison for the Black Brigade. Hundreds of innocent men and women, especially believers of the Church of Apris living within the territory of Ariglyph, have been executed here in order to serve as an example. Damn. Claws 3, a planet. The third planet of the Claws system. Claws 3 has no seasons due to its axial tilt of 0.4 degrees. It is 1.2 AUs away from its parent star and has a gravity of 2.4 Gs. Damn, that's fucking heavy. No wonder they're strong as fuck. Its atmosphere has only 2/3 of Earth's oxygen in terms of density. The oxygen is replaced by additional nitrogen. It is thought that the severity of the environment's low oxygen density and heavy gravity is responsible for giving the Clausians their incredible physical capabilities. But I thought oxygen was needed for muscle mass. Whatever. Fuck off. Claws 4. Planet. Klaus, whatever. The fourth planet in the Claws system. Claws 4 has an atmospheric composition that is almost completely made up of carbon dioxide. Claws 4 has an axial tilt of 11.2 degrees, is 1.8 AUs from its parent star, and has a gravity of 0.6 Gs. Although it used to be sterile and devoid of any life forms as the population of Claws 3 increased, colonization proceeded, and now 1/4 of all Clausians live in habitation domes constructed on this planet. The atmospheric composition and gravity of the areas underneath the habitation domes are adjusted to resemble that of Claws 3, and therefore life is possible underneath the domes without any noticeable difference. The total number of Clausians living in the galaxy at present is estimated at around 12 billion. Holy fuck. Alright, I'm gonna save this and see where we are. I don't know how long it's been. I didn't time it. Be right back. I think I'm gonna try to finish this chapter up, like this section, the political bodies and places. That's cool that it remembers where you are. And then we'll start with people, races, and miscellaneous when I get up. Lambda Sector. The sector of the Milky Way galaxy that is closest to Pan-Galactic Federation-controlled sector to the territory of the Aldean Empire. Federation Station number 17 was located here until it was destroyed in an attack by the Aldean Empire 7 years ago. Lesbionia. It's definitely Lesonia, but I'm calling this Lesbonia. A planet, Lesonia. A planet located in the Gamma sector. Gravitational anomalies abound in this region surrounding Lesbonia. It used to boast a huge sphere of influence thanks to the warp tunnels that used these anomalies for faster-than-light travel. Unfortunately, this method of travel is a one-way only and only leads to specific destinations, so when warp technology was developed, the power of this planet dwindled rapidly. As of the present date of 772 stardate, Only a few useful two-way routes have been discovered. Luna, moon. The moon of the third planet of the solar system, Earth. In this day and age, when people speak of Luna, they're often referring to the moon base, which was built in orbit around Luna, the moon. Which is literally the moon in Spanish. Well, El Luna. Shut the fuck up. Meloquina. Okay, I'm getting there. An uninhabited planet in the Theta sector. The former inhabitants of this planet had a well-developed civilization, and the ruins of a gigantic dome-shaped structure can be found on this planet. This dome is famous, fucking Polyshore. Goddamn Biodome, get out of my head. This dome is famous as the place where the amazing OPA known as creation energy was discovered. This event drastically changed the course of the Pan-Galactic Federation's history. Polyshore fucked that up for me. When the ruins remaining on this planet were examined and analyzed, it was discovered that the collapse of ruin triggers the release of tremendous amount of energy equivalent to the magnitude 2 from inside. Therefore, it is generally believed that the civilization was destroyed by creation energy, running amok as it was being researched. Moonbase, the widely used nickname of the Federation Station Number 5, which was built in orbit around the Moon in the Solar System. Mountains of Bar, a gigantic mountain range located in the northern region of the Kingdom of Aeroglyph. These mountains lead to the legendary Dragon Road, which Aeroglyph 1 is said to have climbed. Palmyra Plains, fertile plains between Arius and Paternity that are cut in half by a river that runs east to west. Every several years, the river overflows and causes flooding, but this process also has the effect of naturally replacing the soil and thereby maintaining the richness of the land. The Pan-Galactic Federation, a government or force, established by the third planet of the Sol System in 12 SD. Damn. The Pan-Galactic Federation was the first multi-planetary alliance-based government, originally known as the Terran Alliance. Terran? I'm gonna say Terran Alliance. When it was founded as it grew, the name was changed to Pan-Galactic Federation. Currently, several hundred races of sentient life forms belong to this government. Damn. Pizzoto Forest. This forest region where Fate crash-landed his escape pod. This is a very secluded... I can't crash-land an escape pod. You don't fly an escape pod. Fuck off. This is a very secluded region, even for the underdeveloped planet of Vanguard 3, and there is little reason to visit it. Only a few local inhabitants ever do. Paternia City. A city and commercial hub connecting the royal city Akbios and the sacred kingdom of Aquaria, with the three surrounding kingdoms. Unlike Akbios, with its decidedly religious bent, that's what it says, this town is an advanced center of commerce, and acts almost as a second capital in the sacred kingdom of Aquaria. Paternia is the commercial heart of the whole continent of Gite. Remote Station 6. A Pan-Galactic Federation base located on the borderline between Gamma and Lambda sectors that is home to 8 battle-class ships, with the most powerful and honored ship of them all, the Aqueli, as the mothership, 35 combat explorers and research explorers, and 25 transport ships. And more ships are stationed here than in typical space stations. In order to counter that hostile Aldean Empire, the current commander of the space is Commodore Whitcomb. That's so fucking funny. I was thinking of a friend that I haven't talked to long time, and his last name is Whitcomb. What the fuck are the odds of that? The most famous hero of the Pan-Galactic Federation. Really? I hope he's an asshole, because if he's an asshole, he's gonna remind me of my buddy. That sounds weird to say, but you don't know this guy. Remote Station Number 7. If he watches this, what the fuck are the odds of that? A Pan-Galactic Federation base orbiting Haida 3 that patrols and protects approximately half of the Kappa sector, including Haida system itself, as well as part of the Lotus sector. Could be Iota. Fuck off. This base includes the 3 battle-class ships, with GFAS-1144 Argyle acting as the mothership, 10 combat explorers and 12 research explorers transport ships. The explorers are considered transport ships. This base fleet is smaller than that of any other Federation space stations. Because there are no powers in the region, they are hostile to the Pan-Galactic Federation. General Birmingham, male, age 54, is the current base commander. Reserve, a planet located in the Zeta sector that is not a member of the Pan-Galactic Federation. Reserve oppresses the people of surrounding planets through military force and has even been designated as a sponsor of terrorism by the Pan-Galactic Federation. Sergeant Brooklyn is the current Prime Minister of this planet. Huh, I have no... Wow, Reserve sounds like they're going to be interesting later. Roke, a planet in the Theta sector, which is relatively close to the Sol system. The blood of the feline folk who live on this planet can be processed and used to manufacture material that is able to absorb nearly 100% of all light wavelengths between 240 and 780 nm. This caused Roke to get pulled into a war between the Terran Alliance and Lesbonia in the middle of the 4th century SD. Estimates of the number of feline folk that were abducted from Roke and taken to Lesbonia I'm sorry, female folk were taken to Lesbonia. Jesus Christ, I nailed this. During this period, give me a second. During this period, vary from several 100,000 to several million. In 446 SD, Roke signed an alliance with Earth. In 450 SD, Roke joined the Pan-Galactic Federation, or so we were told. Oh, sir, we are told. They don't believe that. Ruins of Kafir. Ancient, abandoned... I still love that name, Whipple. Ruins located near the village of Whipple. The locals believe that these are the ruins of the tombs of the aristocrats that used to rule this area in the distant past. The Sacred Kingdom of Aquaria. Fuck you. Sandmite Republic. A nation located in the continent of Goat. On the planet Elakortu, the Sandmite Republic created humanoids in order to resist the 3 surrounding nations. The policies of this nation are decided through various discussions among the representatives of all its various tribes. I just used various twice because I read the wrong line and then went back to the right line. Fuck off. Alright, come on. Oh, come on. Oh my god. Terran Alliance, government or force. The first multiplanetary alliance government established by the 3rd planet of the Sol system in 12 SD. The government currently goes by the name Pan-Galactic Federation, but its activities and principles have changed little since the time of the Terran Alliance. At some time in the past, it was also known as the Earth Federation. And the best part is I can upload this when the fuck ever, because it's not a part. Tetragenesis. Planet and group of artificial satellites. Oh wow. The 4th planet of the primary star Genesis, located in the ETA sector, or the Eta sector, Tetragenesis, used to be the thriving home of many sentient life forms, but a series of solar flares have recently turned it into a dead world which nothing can live. Wow. Theta sector. The sector of the Milky Way galaxy that includes I hope that was a fucking solar flare and we're not something else to tap. I hope that's not something being hidden. The sector of the Milky Way galaxy that includes the Sol system and the Arcula. I don't know if it's Dracula, but that's what I see. Arcula system. Theta sector is the center of the Pan-Galactic Federation, physically, politically, and also historically. Many important Pan-Galactic Federation facilities are located within this sector, including remote stations 1 and 2. Yeah, number 1 and number 2 are there on the Milky Way. Oh my god. I can't stop. Trom Mountains. A snowbound mountainous region between the royal city of Aryglyph and the town of Kurslaw. Fuck you, it's not coleslaw. Fuck you, Tom. The jagged cliffs and mountain walls of this area make for a great deal of variation in altitude. Vanguard 3, a planet. The 3rd planet of the Vanguard system, which has an atmospheric composition and surface gravity that are very close to Earth. Vanguard 3 has an axial tilt of 35 degrees. It is 1.2 AUs away from its parent star and has a surface gravity of 0.72 Gs. It is registered in the Galactic Atlas as having a technological level equivalent to 16th century Earth. So it is considered to be an underdeveloped planet. Its soil is russet colored it's like potato colored, due to the high percentage of hematite in the soil. And almost all of its population has settled in the forested regions, I just keep saying religion, regions that dot coasts and other areas. Oh, that dot coasts and other, okay. The total the total population of sentient life forms is approximately 200 million. Wow. Vendine, a planet. A single planet nation located in the Vendini system. First contact was made in 710 SD. Although the Vendini possess little power, the sophistication of their science exceeds that of the Pan-Galactic Federation. What? And the Aldean Empire. Hang on a sec. This went on longer than I thought it would. There was a lot to read. This has allowed the Vendine to maintain its neutrality, despite the delicate balance of power in the religion. No! Stop saying religion! In the region. The Vendini are not hostile to the Pan-Galactic Federation, but on the other hand, they are not particularly friendly either. Whipple. Whipple. Cool Whipple. The village Fate first arrived at after crash landing on Vanguard 3 comprises of farmers and field workers. This village possesses no particular industry. And the Zeta Sector. A neutral sector of the Milky Way galaxy outside the control of the Pan-Galactic Federation. Closet and reserve systems are located in this sector. Alright, I'll see you when I wake up. Later. Fucking piece of shit. Welcome back, everyone. Fucking thing threw in the new terms without fucking... It didn't do it before, now I did it. I came back in, I guess you back out, come back, and Dragon Road, nickname. The only road that leads to the Ursa lava caves, which are located in the northernmost region of Eriglyph. There's a legend that Eriglyph I, the first king of the Kingdom of Eriglyph, climbed this road in order to negotiate with the air dragons. This was done to enlist their aid against evil demons. ETA Sector, ETA Sector, the sector of the Milky Way galaxy that includes Tetragenesis and Remote Stations 3 and 4. Federation Station 17, a Pan-Galactic Federation base that used to orbit the planet Rava 3. Rava 3. As the closest military base to the territory of Aldean Empire, it suffered endless and devastating attacks by the Aldean forces. 7 years ago, in 765 ST, it was brutally attacked by a fleet of the Aldean Empire. Damage sustained in the attack caused the creation engine inside the base to malfunction, completely annihilating it. Wow. Gamma Sector. A sector! The sector of the Milky Way galaxy that is home to the Vendini, the most scientifically advanced civilization in the galaxy. It is also home to a large number of neutral powers that use the Vendini as a shield. It's fucked up. They're smart! Get them! Planets in this sector are able to maintain their independence because the area is far from the Pan-Galactic Federation's center of government. No active anti-Federation power uses the area as a base of operations, and most of all, it is near the border of the Aldean Empire and the Pan-Galactic Federation's primary rival. Oh, that's pretty good. Wow. Oh, Ursa Lava Caves. A complex of torrid caves in which air dragons congregate. The air dragons gain power as they age and are under the leadership of Crocell, who is known as the Lord of Air Dragons. It would be no exaggeration to say that every last soldier in the Kingdom of Eriglyph dreams of the day when they can sign a contract with one of the air dragons living in this complex cave. It's the same thing. Cave complex... Shut the fuck up. The Dragon Brigade in the Kingdom of Eriglyph boasts a large number of knights who ride the air dragons, but as of yet, only 2 people have succeeded in taming one of the air dragons. Only 2? Living in the Ursa lava caves, King Eriglyph XIII, wow, did all the other 12 fail, and Duke Vox, the commander of the Dragon Brigade. Makes sense. Wow, that's pretty low success rate. Holy fuck. Ascension of the Flame. A ceremony of the military superpower of Eriglyph that marks a covenant with the air dragons. Fucking Halo. I should have, because I was avoiding the word, because like, it's not Halo, and then it was that fucking word. The air dragons that are such a vitally important part of the Glyphian military. The ceremony is essentially a proposal from knight to dragon to join forces and flight together. Weird. Attempting a covenant with a powerful air dragon is an extremely dangerous act, and the success rate of such ceremonies is said to be less than 30%. I'd say it's even lower than that. Of course, the more powerful the partner, the more dangerous the flight needed to complete the ceremony. It's not uncommon for knights with the hubris of exaggerating their own prowess to pay with their lives. Wow. Crocell, a dragon name. A 700-year-old air dragon who lives in the Ursa lava caves, and who is sometimes referred to as Lord of the Air Dragons. Actually, several members of the Dragon Brigade have attempted to perform the Ascension of the Flame with Crocell, but in every case, the challenger has been found lacking. Sergeant Bookland. It's weird, these have no classifications. I wonder where they're going. This has to be people. The current military ruler of Reserve. A master of guerrilla tactics and terrorism, overthrew his superiors in a revolution 10 years ago, and thereby attained his current position. Commodore Whitcomb. Sean! Commander-in-Chief of the Federation forces near Vendini space. As a heroic veteran of countless victories against the Aldean Empire, Commodore Whitcomb is well respected by officers and soldiers alike, and has the reputation for possessing the best analytical skills and judgment in the Federation. Commodore Whitcomb's flagship is the battleship Aqueli. Commodore Whitcomb's beloved flagship, from which he has successfully engaged in battle for more than 10 years, since he was assigned to command of the Remote Station No. 6. Although the Aquelli is an old model, it has been retrofitted a number of times, and performs as well as any newer ship. With the ingenious Commodore Whitcomb at its helm, the Aquelli is become known as one of the Federation's most powerful battleships. Wow. Aeroglyph 1. He gambled his life by climbing the Dragon Road and became the first person to ever succeed in completing the Ascension of the Flame ceremony. After this success, Aeroglyph 1 formed a covenant with the Air Dragons, drove out all of the monsters that lived in the area, and built the Kingdom of Aeroglyph 289 years ago. OPA. An abbreviation of Out-of-Place Artifact, which is an object that is far too technologically advanced for the age and place in which it was discovered. OPAs usually turn out to be merely exaggerations based on faulty analysis, or underrated evaluations of alien cultures stemming from the arrogance of their discoverers. But in some cases, such as the time gate that exists on the planet Styx, or the creation energy that was discovered on the planet Milokenia, the OPA's presence cannot be so easily explained away. Hey, we have that on Earth. We have multiple OPAs. Fucking pyramids. Time gate. A relic that can be used to travel through time, said to be located on the planet Styx. The time gate has an artificial intelligence inside it that acts as a sort of a judge. Only those approved by the judge may use the portal to travel through time. The current science of the Pan-Galactic Federation cannot tell us who created this device, when it was created, or what purpose it might be. Wow. The science that your science sucks shit. The science that allows the relic to enable time travel and the method to use to resolve time paradoxes are also completely unknown at this time. Time paradox. A problem that can occur as a result of traveling in time, either to the past or the future. The most famous time paradox is the grandfather paradox, which asks what would happen if you went back in time and killed your grandfather. Would you still exist? In 114 ST, Professor J.D. Warmer published his paper on the space-time discontinuity effect, in which he postulated that even without a major paradox, such as the one described above, if a single speck of dust or even a single electron were to travel in time, it would have a major effect on the present. Wow. Space-time discontinuity effect. Assume that person A has traveled 3 seconds back in time. For 3 seconds, the person A before the time travel A1, and the person A coming back from 3 seconds in the future will exist simultaneously, overlapping in time. If after 3 seconds pass, A1 travels back into the past, then no problem will occur. But if A2 should prevent this from happening somehow, what would happen? This space-time discontinuity effect has been proposed as one possible answer to the question. According to Professor J.D. Warmer, who published this theory, the simultaneous existence of identical matter in the same space and time puts a tremendous strain on that space. So if a situation occurs whereby a person travels to the past and prevents his own movement through time, then as a result, person A will infinitely be duplicated, and a three-dimensional space will contract into the singularity caused by the infinite mass created. What? You're just gonna copulate? I don't think I'm reading that right. It's what I'm getting though, because then you're existing while you're existing. That's fucking weird. Okay, I see what they're saying, that's just fucking weird. In the same paper, Professor J.D. Warmer also predicts that if this type of phenomenon were to occur in the future, then the amount of mass in three-dimensional space would shrink to zero, and the dimensions themselves would revert to nothingness. Styx, planet. Oh mama, I'm in fear for my life from the long arm of the law. A mysterious planet that has been declared a prohibited zone under Federation law, together with this region of space surrounding it for 5 light years in all directions. While the space surrounding this planet is outside the borders of Pan-Galactic Federation, it is said that the countless Federation battle class ships are stationed in that area. What? Despite the lack of information, rumors among general population abound, including whispers that the planet is the entrance to Daemonium, or that an ancient, extremely powerful civilization sleeps there in stasis, but these are mere guesses. Daemonium, a universe. This well-known parallel universe is the home of demons. I fucking figured, because I just played Doom. And other entities that are fundamentally different from the inhabitants of the universe. Unlike this universe where souls reside in matter, in Daemonium, spirits are able to act by taking physical form. Rockfolk. I don't know what you would fuck how would you fuck a rock? Stone-based organisms that evolved based on a special mineral called barchite. That's like something a drunk made up. Even though they are composed of rocks, rockfolk are independent and highly intelligent creatures. They can be primarily found in the Greeton region, but since the Kingdom of Greeton has shut itself off from the rest of the world, they are a rare sight. Certain rock folk, known as mechateers, possess the special ability to manipulate metallic, humanoid fighting machines. Mechateers are highly respected members of rock folk society. Neumann? Purifier. A device developed by Dr. Newman, in 371 ST, that repairs the physical and mental distortion that the interaction with special particles generated by highly purified energy stones causes in organisms. I almost said orgasms. This purifier makes use of a special phenomenon called Kurt's absorption. No, this is adsorption. What the hell's adsorption? Is that a fuck up? Is that like the adpocalypse? Which removes the symbological particles that are the cause of the biological pollution, thereby cleansing the target creature. What the fuck? This is what they use to clean that the planet from the second star ocean. Absolute visual magnitude, AVS. Unlike the visual magnitude system, which compares the apparent brightness of stars as viewed from a scientific planet, this unit was created to compare the actual brightness of stars. This unit gives the brightness of a star when viewed from a specific distance of 10 parsecs, 32.6 light years. I like how they had to use parsecs. Star Wars. Copper pyrite. A sulfide ore created from copper and iron with brass or a yellow luster that often causes it to be mistaken for gold. Oh, that's fucked up. When copper pyrite is reduced once, the crude copper generated can be electrolyzed in order to easily extract pure copper. Reduction. Reduction refers to any of the following three physical processes: taking oxygen away from a certain substance, combining a certain substance with hydrogen, or a certain atom receiving an electron in general. However, the term is almost always used in reference to the first of the three definitions. Iron. A metallic element which has an atomic number of 26, an atomic mass of 55.845, a melting point of 1,536 degrees centigrade, and a density of 7.87 to the third power. This is a relatively common metal that is found throughout the universe and which has contributed to the advancements of large number of civilizations. Copper ore. See copper pyrite. Piopli. Pepita Rossetti. A dancing girl with a nomadic race of the... I almost said Velbasians, who wander space without any permanent home. Since her father is unknown and her mother, Elaine, is already dead, she stays with the Rossetti troupe, which is led by her uncle, Piccolotto. Yeah, that's what it is. She has this... It is a fucking weird name. She has the same genius for dancing that her mother possessed, and has already mastered many different dances at a young age, earning the admiration of other members of the troupe. Albal Knox, the captain of the Black Brigade, one of the three military forces of the Kingdom of Ariglyph. His name is Albal the Wicked. He is an excellent combatant, specializing in the katana, a special kind of sword, and in one-on-one combat he is said to possess skills comparable to Duke Fox, the captain of the Dragon Brigade. That's the weird dude with the long hair and showed his belly. Very weird. Mirage Koas, a Clausian woman, born on Clause 4, and Cliff's partner in the Corp. That's what I thought, okay. She may be low-key, but she's dependable and gets the mission accomplished. Mirage trusts Cliff's skills and will faithfully follow any command, no matter how crazy it may sound. Hang on. Naughty idea, go away. Naughty ideas, go away. Seeing Mirage and Cliff in action might give one the wrong impression. Clausians are not particularly chauvinistic. Mirage just happens to have an extremely unpretentious personality. Albal the Wicked. See Albal Knox. Ariglyph the 13th. The three military... What? The three blind mice. I don't even know where I saw three. The young militaristic king who rules the Kingdom of Ariglyph. The Kingdom of Ariglyph was formerly poor, never possessing a powerful military in comparison to its three neighbors on the continent of Gait. But thanks to the uncompromising merit-based system of the current king, Ariglyph 13, the Knight Brigades, which used to be nothing more than clubs for the nobles to fraternize in, have now been rebuilt into formidable military units. The reformation of has been spearheaded by Ariglyph the 13th, has led to the Kingdom of Ariglyph possessing enough force to be able to overwhelm the other three kingdoms, all in a brief period of time. For this naturally ambitious king, the invasion of the sacred kingdom of Aquaria is merely the first step in a path to complete the unification of the continent of Gait through conquest, if you believe the rumors. I guess you do. Aquaria the 27th. the Queen of the Sacred Kingdom of Aquaria, as well as the Holy Mother of the Church of Apris, the most widespread religion. This is actually religion. God damn! Religion of the continent of Great. Aquaria the 27th reigns over her entire populace of the Sacred Kingdom of Aquaria, with her overwhelming charisma and powerful spiritual awareness. Although queens are central figures in the royal dynasty, only rarely do they possess a runological force as powerful as that of Aquaria 27. Really? In the long history of Aquaria, only 3 queens have simultaneously held the post of Holy Mother. Servia, the Queen of Freedom, from 10 generations ago. Aquaria the 24th, the Queen of Light, from 4 generations ago, and Aquaria the 27th. Wow, that's weird. Aster Wolfrich. Wolfie. Aster Wolfie. An officer of the Secret Legion, the special unit led by Nell Zelfer of the Sacred Kingdom of Aquaria. Astor is even the fucking thing doesn't want to say his name. Astor is fairly high in the ranks of the Secret Legion, and possesses above-average skills in leadership, combat prowess, and politics, as well as considerable charisma. The combined antics of Tynaeve and Farlene have been a constant source of headaches for Astor, however, leaving him in a bit of glum. Claire Lesbard. What the hell? There's a lot of lesbos. Lasbard. Well, there's a lesbian planet. The captain of the Runological Corps that reports directly to Aquaria the 27th, and longtime friend of Nell. Claire also currently serves as commander of the Aquarian army positioned by Arius. Claire and Nell are together known as the Double-Edged Crimson Blade. They are charged with doing the dirty work for Aquaria the 27th, also known as the Holy Mother. The two are famous in surrounding lands. So what happened? Why is she acting? Is Claire dead? I guess this is all we know. Clivus D. God damn it. Sophia's father, a human born on Earth. The leader in space-time theory. Dr. Steed specializes in research into the 4D wall, that one encounters when using symbology to transport through time-space, as well as research into the space-time disturbances that will occur when you attempt to pass through this wall. Count Woltar, the captain of the Storm Brigade and the Lord of Kurlsa. Woltar is a loyal man who has served Aryglyph the 13th longer than anyone else. He supported the 13th Aryglyph reformation along with Albul's father, Glow Nox. Fucking weird. Duke Vox. The uncle of Aryglyph the 13th, the current king of Aryglyph, as well as the captain of the Dragon Brigade, Aryglyph's aerial unit, ASS unit, god damn it, Aryglyph's aerial assault unit, AAA, really? Having survived Aryglyph the 13th's major reformation, Vox certainly possesses considerable skills, but since he does disdain the pride and honor of knights, and will do absolutely anything to win, he does not get along very well with the people who put the pride of a warrior first, such as captain of the Storm Brigade. Okay. Incidentally, Vox does not get along with Albel, the captain of the Black Brigade, either, but this seems to be simply a case of two strong personalities butting heads. Dulcinea Rossetti, wife of Piccolotto, the Rossetti troop chief and troop diva, ex-diva. Dulcinea was a close childhood friend of Elaine, the mother of Pepita. When Elaine met an untimely death, Dulcinea took the orphaned Pepita in without giving the matter a second thought, and raised her as her own daughter. One could say she showered Pepita with more affection than she would have had the girl been her real daughter. She may have a nasty way with words, but Dulcinea is actually a kind, open-minded woman with an all-encompassing personality. Elaine Rossetti, a beautiful Valbacian dancing woman who supported the Rossetti troop when it was first formed. After founding the Rossetti troop with Piccolotto and Dulcinea, Elaine contributed immensely to the troop's growth. Elaine later fell in love with a certain person and gave birth to Pepita, but unfortunately the child's father... Why does it say a certain person? Is this like fucking Cartman? Like, who is the father? The child's father left her out of the fear of... Yeah, that's what it says, but left her out of the fear of being caught up in a scandal involving the traveling circus. Afterwards, Elaine raised Pepita alone, but lost her life in an accident 1 month before her daughter's 5th birthday. Ouch. Farlene, an enlisted member of the Secret Legion unit of the Sacred Kingdom of Aquaria. Farlene is always under a great deal of strain, as she works directly for Nell, the leader of the Secret Legion. Her easygoing personality belies superb political judgment and unsurpassed leadership skills. This is not to say that those around her believe and act upon what she says. Glow Nox, the father of Albel Nox, captain of the Black Brigade and the previous captain of the Dragon Brigade, wielding the sword of the Crimson Scourge, a royal treasure. This man supported the reformation of Aryglyph XIII. Tragically, Glaunox sacrificed his life to spare his son during Albel's failed ascension of the Flame Ceremony, burning to death in the dragon's fiery breath. Ouch. Gonella, stage name. A Velbacian harlequin and member of the Rossetti troupe. Gonella is the most dexterous member of the troupe, as well as the member who knows the most tricks. However, due to his frivolous and irresponsible nature, he never seems interested in any responsibility greater than a warm-up act, despite his knowledge and natural ability. Gregory von Dermain III. An honorable man that has earned numerous military honors on the battlefield. Gregory is... yeah, this is weird. Normally Gregory is skilled. Gregory is unskilled in social interactions. He got along particularly poorly with Duke Vox, the captain of the Dragon Brigade, and was soon demoted to the rank of common soldier and sent packing to the remote Krulsa caverns. However, the unsympathetic response of those around him would seem to indicate that many other people had trouble dealing with him as well. Guildmaster. Respected elder of the Craftsman Guild, located in Paterni. At first glance, he looks like some kind of strange humanoid, but the Guildmaster is a bona fide human. No one knows the shocking secret of his real name. Thing is, nobody's ever bothered to ask. Mina. A young Vanguardian girl living in the village of Whipple. This kind-hearted child found fate collapsed on the ground outside the town and nursed him back to health. Nicholas. A Vanguardian boy living in the village of Whipple. Nicholas lost both his parents when they were disintegrated by a man named Norton, a stranger who suddenly appeared in the village. He ekes out of living in the village with his younger sister Mina. Norton. Norton, a mysterious, oddly dressed individual who suddenly appeared in the village of Whipple. Some people say Norton possesses a strange power that he uses to cause enemies to vanish, one after another. Norton has taken up some young bullies from Whipple and is currently living in the ruins of Kfir. Norton Part 2. A Reserbian felon sentenced by court on reserve to 687 years on a prison planet in the Beta sector. He attempted to escape en route by sabotaging the engine of the escort ship that was taking him to the prison planet, and was eventually forced to live on Vanguard III, after the ship proved impossible to repair. Piccolotto Rossetti. The chief of the Rossetti troupe, a circus group that roams the galaxy. While single-handedly managing the troupe, this hard-working man also puts on an animal trainer act. Piccolotto has an adopted and lovingly raised daughter named Pepita, the daughter of his kid sister, who died at a tragically young age. That's fucking dark, and you can never forget that because you're raising it. That's tough, dude. I do like this. This is getting me more into the characters. Quantum Story. Stage name. An Alphalian troubadour in the Rossetti troupe from the Island of Flowers, which is located in the Earth's Aegean Sea. Although he grew up on Earth, he never lost his people's characteristic speech mannerisms. Quantum Story possesses the scary ability to soberly recite line after line of poems and other turgid material. What the fuck is turgid? Robert Linegaud. A human born on Earth and the father of fate, Dr. Linegaud is the Pan-Galactic Federation's authority on symbology. He is an excellent geomorphist and has published many groundbreaking papers since he was a student. Although he's still young, he is already thought to possess the most brilliant mind of the century. Ryoko Linegaud. Born on Earth, satellite Luna, Ryoko is the beloved mother of is the beloved wife of Dr. Robert Linegaud and Fate's mother. I guess I could have switched them. Shut up. Robert was not the only member of the Linegaud household who was an active researcher. Ryoko was also published many papers as a student and showed great promise as a geomorphist. However, after marrying Dr. Linegaud, Ryoko disappeared from academia and devoted herself to supporting her husband's research. It is said that the majority of Dr. Linegaud's research would not have been completed as quickly without her. Many members of academia regret the loss of this beautiful muse. I don't get it. She wasn't a muse, she did it. That's not what a muse is. You're saying it's his muse, but then he disappeared, she took over. That's weird. Shelby. Second in command of the Black Brigade's heavy cavalry pride of Kingdom of Aryglyph. The men of the brigade like Shelby better than the captain. Albel. Yeah, Albel because of his honesty, heart, hearty personality, Shelby's nickname is Shelby the Heavy-Handed. Unfortunately, Shelby does not have the bad habit of attempting to solve every problem through military force. Shelby the Heavy-Handed. See Shelby. Tynave. An enlisted member of the Secret Legion, a special unit working for the Sacred Kingdom of Aquaria, and led by Nell Zelfer. Tynave is a top-rate hand-to-hand fighter, and even compared to other members of the Secret Legion, and can even double for the Legion's leader, Nell, in a pinch. Although Tynave has never been formally trained, she is one of those rare individuals who have succeeded in training themselves to be extremely proficient in the military arts. Ursus, a stage name. A huge Rondo Lucian, strongman and member of the Rossetti troupe. Ursus is a rare Rondo Lucian, bloodline of giants, who are even larger than average. Rondo Lucian, and shows off his prodigious strength by easily ripping iron chains, bars, and other items apart. Although he rarely speaks of his own accord, Ursus is actually a pretty talkative member of his clan. For a member of his clan, it said. Welch Vineyard. A young woman who runs the Craftsman Guild in Paternity. This working woman is smart, good-looking, and has a good personality. Jeez, go sleep with her, dude. And even the Guildmaster, who leads the Craftsman Guild, is no match for her. Races. Whew. Alright, give me a sec, I'll bring it right back. We are getting there, man. I like this a lot. This is gonna be a long video, though. We were way behind, that's why I wanted to do this. Be right back.